Good afternoon, Internet. I'm your host, HazelPlace89, and welcome back to City Skylines 1. We're in the city of Orden's Fin today, and episode 6. So, thank you all so much for the support on our City Skylines 1 series. I greatly appreciate it. So, today, we're going to do what we always do, and that's just kind of wing it. I want to see, do we have, what industries do we have unlocked? Do we have Forestry? We do not have Forestry yet. We have to create an industry area, and then we should have Forestry. So let's do that. Here's what I'm going to do. We're going to make this area over here a Forestry area. But as you can see, our trees are kind of sparsely located. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab our tree brush, and we're going to change our brush to Boreal. Because I was playing on another city, just kind of off because I like playing City Skylines and not recording it. I enjoy this game. I've got like 900 hours in it. But we're going to plant some trees, save the environment. You know the dealio. So here's what we'll do. We'll sprinkle a little bit of trees in here. I'm just going to delete that. That's a little too dense for my liking. Yeah, and we're going to make a little forestry area. Start getting some dedicated industry in our city of Orden's Fin. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to take this 4-lane. We're going to upgrade it into our industry 4-lane road. Because I like the way that road looks. It looks really nice. Our small 4-lane road. The pattern on it is delightful. And here's what we're going to do. Now this might be controversial. And I will concede that some people might not be too big of a fan of it. But we're going to get a toll booth. And we're going to cul-de-sac this area and kind of like security situation. So we have that in, and what we're going to do is I'm going to up the charge. They won't complain about having to pay a toll booth fee. The toll. They won't be upset about that. Because they're just going to have to deal with it. You know what I mean? So here's that. We're going to grab power, spin it over the road here. Like that, and then we're gonna do this right here. So here's the thing. I was playing around with the oil industry on the other city that I'm playing by myself, like on my free time. And I have a 5-star oil industry, but it's not super packed with with everything. There's breathing room, and that's kind of the idea that I want to go with here. Is I want to make it functional, obviously, but I don't want it to be so densely packed that everything is all kind of squished together in the industry area. And I'll kind of show you what I mean as we go along. So as you can see here, what we've got going on is, so we got a basic T intersection, right? We have our 4-lane going into some dirt roads, and I think I like the idea of dirt paths. Or dirt roads, rather, in a forestry area. It makes sense to me. And also, like, this kind of harkens back to where I'm from, where I grew up. We're going to do, what is it, 15? We're going to go 15, that'll work. We're going to go right here like this. Dirt roads everywhere where I grew up. Lots of forestry where I grew up as well, where I'm from originally. I don't live in the state that I'm originally from. I live north of there. But let's do 15 off of here. I guess it's that. We'll just go about 15 like so. Yeah, lots of forestry down where I grew up. Grew up in the great state of Georgia in the United States. And we're going to just kind of not going to put any more water than we absolutely have to. But yeah, lots of forestry down there. Lots of forestry. Pine forest. It's a big situation down there. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to grab our industry zoning tool. Paint industry area. And you can see how delightfully lush this is. We're going to paint all of of that like so. And now we're going to just take a little, we're going to shave a little bit off the main drag here just to kind of clean it up. That's a little bit too much. So what we're going to do is just kind of fuse down like so. Have our districts nice and pretty like that. All right. I like it. We're going to call this Kennington Forestry. All right. So there's that, Kennington Forestry. So now what we'll do, we'll grab our main building here. As one does, I think I want to make it, kind of bring it off our 4-lane here. Like, we're going to delete that just a hair and come down under here. Okay, we're good. Just making sure. We're going to grab industry 2-lane. Come about here like so. Like that. And I think we'll do that as well. And we'll come back since it's got its own little area and put that in right here. And right off the bat, we've unlocked the beginnings of our forestry industry. So that's a beautiful little building that we have. I wish in this game in vanilla that we had the ability to add thin single unit wide roads like we do in Cities 2. But alas, we do not. And that's totally fine. Make sure we have pipes under everything. Oh, that was weird. Okay, we're good. Alright, so here's what we've got. We're going to add power. Like this. Like that. Just one little segment of power. And now we need to get in these things. We're going to get a small tree plantation. I think we'll add a couple of those here. Yeah, add a couple of those like that. But we're going to change them to pines. Well, they're conifers in this game, but conifers. And it kind of blends in with a brush that we've created. And so with that, what we're going to do, we're going to scroll over, we're going to grab our sawmill. We're going to add it all the way out here. Are we getting drinking water from... No, we're not. We're using water towers, I'm pretty sure. Water's all there. We're good. We're fine. Alright, so we're going to grab our sawmill. Oh, and it's just noise pollution anyway. Never mind. Freaking out for no reason. And once again, I think we're going to add some power to this as well. As this area kind of gets filled in a little more with more buildings and whatnot, we can kind of do away with some of the extemporaneous power lines. So I think we want a second one. Want to be mindful of our money, for sure. Gonna get a small log yard, and I think we'll just kind of put this right here, just a couple of those. All right, so there's that. We have our forestry industry going, which is delightful. I think I might want to. I'm gonna move this road over. Come down under here. We're gonna move that, and I think I want to get another couple. Oh, that's not right. Yes. Get a couple more small plantations in. We're gonna make them conifers, and that should do us. That should do us for now. So we'll get that going, and the people will love it, and we'll have a good time. I kind of like the idea of maybe adding a few more commercial spaces over here. So I think what we'll do, we'll pretend that this little square that I'm about to zone is a convenience store, a gas station, a little corner store, and we'll have one kind of opposite. We'll pretend that they compete for customers, and it'll be a grand time. I want to fix that. I don't want people turning that way, but we'll do that in a moment. So there's that. Another trick that I think I want to try to do, we're going to come over with a regular zone like this. Zone all of you, and I think we'll come down here like this. Zone out like that. And I think what we'll do is we will add generic forestry like what we have over on the other island. Over in this area. Just a little, get some spice in. You know what I mean? I would love some good spice. Spicy. We're going to call this Kennington Forestry. It's not going to be confusing, I promise. So here's what we'll do. We will go to our zoning tool. We will apply forestry industry to the district itself, not the specialized industry area, which is the purple. It looks like a bell, but the blob in the middle. So what that'll allow us to do is we come in here, we grab our industry zoning tool like that. We'll grow in things that look like this, and it'll be a good time. And I think that that'll kind of liven up the area just a little bit. So we have that. We're going to wait for that to do things, and it'll be a good time. I am a big fan. This will help us make money as well, which is kind of what we want, honestly, is to make money. All right, so we have that. We're gonna come over here because we do have demand for residential. We're just gonna come in. Let's make sure that water is all good, power is all good. We are good to go. We're good to go. All right. Grab some of this. Understand why I've got a random row missing of our zoning right there, but I'm going to continue that pattern, even though it does confuse me. We'll do that. And then I think we'll just zone in a couple more blocks here of that style of zoning. And I think we'll also grab a little bit of this, put it in there, a little bit of that, and zone in like so. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. Our little entryway over here, our little V that we have, could use a little bit of work. And so what we're gonna do, we're gonna come to our unified UI. We're gonna grab node controller. We're going to click the node, and then I'm going to square it off with the make ends straight function. And you see how delightful that is? And I think I'm going to drag that little, just walk in just a hair. Yes. And now we're going to do something similar with this node. We're going to straighten that. That's already straightened. How good. We're going to just come over here just to make sure. But on these nodes, we're going to remove markings by coming down here, finding the all column and clicking the 0, like so. Similar situation. We're going to remove markings there and remove markings there. And now what I want to do is we see how we have these turns here, basically for U-turns, and I don't want that. So we're going to grab TMPE, our Traffic Manager President Edition. We're going to grab the lane arrows. We're going to click the segment. We're going to remove our left-hand turns and make all of the options straight. And there we have it. And so now what we can do, we do one of my favorite things, is I'm going to come in here. We're going to paint in some lane markings. So I'm going to grab, I want to make the median first. So we'll grab our orange dot here, click and drag, hold shift, and then click. And that'll make a solid line. So that's what we want. And from here, what we'll do is we will click, drag, and click again, not holding shift to get our dash. And we will just do that for all of these, making sure that we connect up our lanes and such. We'll do something similar here. Do that, shift click for a straight line, shift click for a straight line. Dotted line, just click and drag. Also, I want to move these over. So you click the button, you click the dot, hold control, and you can wiggle it around. We're going to wiggle that around. We're going to wiggle that around. This is not a movement that I want to happen right here. So we're going to fix that in a moment with lane connector. But yes, I am a big fan, and I know it's kind of tedious sometimes, but I am a fan of having the ability to paint our own traffic lines, like so. All right, so let's come back here. We're gonna make our median. I'm gonna try to grab this surface texture and spread it all the way through. So we're gonna click the node, the intersection, hold Alt on the keyboard. We're gonna make a filler. We're just gonna click it once, drag it all the way through, and it'll make a filler like so. Actually, let me remove that because it didn't work. Yes. All right, we'll just draw that back in. So I think what I did was I messed up. I need to connect these. Oh, come over here with solid. I need to connect these two lines, and then our not a crosswalk, and then our filler will work. So that's on me. I'm just gonna come over here, just redo everything we did because I clicked the wrong button. I know this might not be the most exciting thing, but I think if we slow down and if we explain it a little bit, it'll help. If you don't have the best understanding of how these mods work, hopefully slowing it down a little bit will be able to help. Oh, look how perfect that is. So if we come here, I'm going to come off a line just a hair. Maybe we can come off the median as well. Now median's fine. Corner radius. Oh, and we're a big down. Look at this. We can unlock a new square, which I want to consider that. Oh, next episode will be fun because we'll work on a campus area, and that'll be delightful. We have some new residential specializations. This is nice, and I think we have. Do we have the high density? I don't think so. Lots of new fun options. Oh, we do. We have high density. This is delightful. Just lots of fun new stuff, and with our big town milestone. I like it. We'll need to get in a university so people won't complain too much. But back here, let's put our corner radius. I like going for about 0.02 or 0.2. And we're going to leave the rest the way it is. Right click off of it. And now you can see we have a delightful pavement island that resembles the rest of our streets. So there we go. We have lane markings all the way through. And again, we're going to grab our lane connectors. We're going to click this, and we're going to force these people to keep their lanes as they come through here. I'm going to do the same thing on this one. I don't want people crossing over right there. They can cross somewhere else, but not on the curve. So they have plenty of space to get in whichever lane they need to get into. Plenty of space for it. So there's that. So that's delightful. We have a forestry area. Let's check on it. We're losing money, but we're also getting employees, so we're fine. We're making, I think we're making back our money. So we have that, which is one for us, which is pretty sweet. We'll come back over here and just zone in a little more low density. We have to specify now, so a little more low density residential, low density commercial. Gosh, I love the way that this is starting to look, to be honest. And now what we can do, I want to bring, well actually this is just residential specialization, so it doesn't matter for commercial, which is totally okay by me. Just zone a little more. Those look like a perfect candidate for zoning, as do those. So there's that. And again, as we begin to add in more industry in other areas, such as forestry industry, these light green, light yellow areas will be perfect for farmland, which is something that we'll take into account at some point. But we can start phasing out some of this generic industry in favor for specialized industry areas, which is ideal. Is exactly what I want to happen. Is someone gonna come and save these people from being set on fire? Let's check that. Come to our fire coverage. We barely have fire coverage. I'm gonna have to add some more fire stuff. I think we'll need to do that actually. We have the money, may as well. So let's come here. We're gonna cut off Darien Memorial Gardens. Actually, I don't think we're gonna do that. What we can do is replace some commercial over here with that. So here's what we'll do. We'll dezone this block. Actually, let me put that back. We're gonna dezone that. I think we'll dezone this as well, just in case. We'll grab a fire station, and we can put it. Oh gosh, look how wonderful that station is. We could pretend also that it could also double as a church. So we have that, which is nice. And now what we can do is we can add that back in. And I think what we'll also do is grab a police station. Similar situation. Historic police station. We can put it right on the corner there. So we have these two beautiful assets, each helping out where they need to help out. It's a good time. So there's that. Oh, and we got another fire kicking off over here in our farming industry. That's funny. But yeah. So again, so we have that. We have our central kind of starting town area looking pretty nice. We have a forestry industry, which is also delightful. I'm a huge fan of forestry in this game. I like it. I also like the farmlands in this game. The farming stuff is quite wonderful as well. So here's what we're gonna do. Let's just make sure lumber company. Yeah, perfect. I like that you can put a normal district over a specialized industry area for that to work. I think we'll add in a little road right here, a little connector road. But I want to be wary that I don't accidentally add a place where people can get in without paying the toll. I want them to pay the toll. I think I might do this for a couple of more industry areas, specifically like ore and oil. If we have those resources on the map, something I want to consider is a toll booth for that, because people will pay it. And I'm not cheesing the game. That's not what's happening. They're there. May as well use them. You know what I mean? So, all that being said, I think it's been a shorter episode. I am aware, but I think I'm gonna call it here. We've actually made fair progress. We've modified our entry into the city, which is always good. We have added a whole industry area, and I believe that it's making money now. So if we come here, yeah, we're making a profit of 633 per week. People are working here. Delightful. We're producing resources. These guys are complaining about not enough raw materials. So what we could probably do is honestly add some more tree farms as well. So before we go, let's do that. But let's add them up here. One on the corner right there and another just opposite. Conifers, we are good to go. Let's make sure we have power out here. Which is silly. I don't understand why we need to have power. Honestly, but hey. If that's what they need, then we'll supply them with what they need. Alright. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode of Orden's Fin. Thank you so much for subscribing, commenting on the videos, and your likes as well. It all means a ton. It all helps out greatly. And I'm humbled that you've chosen to watch my video today. I really am. I don't just say that. I truly mean it from my heart. And I appreciate you all. With all that being said, I'll catch you all in the next video. See ya.